updates on Joey Bosa, or any of the other guys that have been hurt this week or out, not at practice?
No updates.
Do you know if starters will play this weekend? Do you have an idea?
Yeah. Have an idea of what starters will play, what starters won't play, how much some of the starters will play. We have a good plan. We have a good idea of that as of right now, and we're ready to roll.
So some starters will play.
Yes, there's some starters who will play.
Is Joe Alt included in that group?
Yeah, well, instead of just going down because we would wind up going through 20, 22, 25, 30 guys. Rather than go through that, there's some. How about if I give you a few, and then can we not go through every last guy? But yeah, Joey, Khalil are not going to play. Gus and J.K. Dobbins. There's a couple on each side of the ball, and there's a few others that won't be playing.
We saw
Justin.
Joey leave the joint practice, something with his hand. Like, how significant, without getting obviously into too many details, how significant is what he's dealing with right now, Joey?
Yeah, he's working through something. I'm really not qualified to say how significant it is or try to put any kind of timeline on it. But I would say probably in likely ready to go when the season starts.
And then just any update on how Justin is progressing?
Again, that's the question I hear, and I talk to people, but even Justin, and very positive, but I'm not even qualified to relay the information that I hear, or to understand, exactly how somebody is feeling. So, working through it, and been very positive.
And then, what's the plan at quarterback? Or obviously not Justin, but all four of the guys you have going to play, including Easton?
Yeah, Easton's starting the game. He'll, I think somewhere around, quarter and a half, 20 to 30 plays is what's in my mind. And then Max will come in, and we'll be able to get Casey and Lewis in there as well. That's the plan. It was their best practice, I thought, today. The quarterbacks, that group, that's there now. Really encouraging. In a lot of ways, it was one of the best practices, for the whole team. Really cool. I mean, the coolest part was Mark and Tara Lee being here. I mean, just Mark had a medical emergency, would have killed a lesser man back in May. Shane's been dealing with that. So, him being here, it's like, I think Shane's going to play with the strength of 10 men on Saturday, and just the inspiration that I received. I mean, I feel like I'm going to coach with the strength of 10 men, and it was great to see Mark and Tara. I mean, we go back to the recruiting days, and we talk about dodging bullets, and as football players. At least that's the analogy in my head, like the guy. But I mean, this is dodging a bazooka. I mean, this would have killed a lesser man. He's a great dad, great mom, and Shane's a great son. That was the highlight of my practice. Just getting that inspiration and seeing him. So wonderful day. Wonderful day.
How emotional was that surprise for Shane?
Pardon?
How emotional was Shane with the surprise?
It was a surprise to him. He was. I mean, seemed very emotional. He talked to the team. He did a great job talking to the team, really describing, what his dad meant to him, what an inspiration his dad meant to him, how much he loves his dad, how strong his dad is. Career in law enforcement for 31 years. I mean, every single day that, that he went out on the job, I mean, he's risking his life, and what that meant to Shane, and having that example, that role model. He really painted a great picture, for what the inspiration was like to him. It was one of those moments I will remember until they throw dirt over top of me. Just love them, love the family.
So, a lot of guys are excited just to be able to match up against, guys in different jerseys. Just what's going to be your excitement level just being back there on the NFL sideline this Saturday?
Yeah, really just watch our guys compete. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to watch our guys compete in the game, and just to have at it. That feeling doesn't get much better than that.
Coach, I know one of your goals is to build a bully. How close are you to building the bully that you envision?
We're chipping away at it. You can, the best advice I've ever got is from my mom, Jackie Harbaugh. And, it's one play at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time. And we're gonna keep rolling that way. That's all you can do. You can only execute, one day at a time. You can plan, you could prepare, you could envision, and then, most of the time it's really going to go. It's going to go that way. It's going to go your way, and likely there's going to have to be some improvising and adjusting that goes into that day. But you can really only do it one day at a time. So that's that's the challenge. That's the challenge for everybody, players, coaches, and you can see, that team. I mean, it extends, and it's the family. It's Mark and Tara Lee. It's all of the players. Their parents, their wives, their kids. I think about my wife, Sarah, and and my kids, and just how supportive they've been, and just how in a lot of ways it's unfair. I mean, there's 15-hour days, and she's doing all the work at home, but has the strength to allow us to do what we do, and you just multiply that by every single person and everybody that has that inspiration and that support in their family, and it allows you to have the strength to take on these challenges one day at a time, and really when you see what the family members, like Mark's dad, I mean the challenge that's been in front of him and how he is taking it head on. I mean, that's life or death situation. I see what my wife Sarah, dealing with 4 kids every day and making sure they're where they're supposed to be. I mean, it almost, if she can do it, I can do it. Shane, if my dad can do it, then I can do it. It just gives you the inspiration to put on the equipment when everybody in your family has sacrificed so much for you to be where you're at. I mean, it does. It gives you the strength of 10 men to go out and play in that game, and that's every single guy. That's every single story. So, you ask me what I'm excited for, what I'm looking forward to. I mean, it's to watch those men go out and compete on Saturday.
Coach, the hope obviously is to have Justin back for the season opener, but because of the situation you're in right now, do you have to be a little bit more careful with Easton in these preseason games?
Just go have at it. I mean, you're playing quarterback. I mean, this is what he's prepared to do. This is the challenge, and I'm going to tell him to go let it rip. Go have at it, let it rip, and just give it your very best. That's all you can do in football. And he'll feel it. He'll feel it, and he'll acquit himself well. I got a lot of confidence that he'll do a great job.
What was the motivation behind signing Luis Perez?
Really, I mean, you know how I feel about competitors, right? And competition, and I think it's just the best thing that there is. It's the thing. Competitors welcomed. I thought Easton really wasn't having any competition, enough competition at that position where he was at. And the only way to make somebody better is to, get competition in there. So yeah, message to Max and Casey. We got to step up the game, and we liked the workout Luis had, and what he's been able to accomplish in his career and his story. I mean, it's pretty remarkable too. So yeah, we wanted to put him in the mix, and for Easton, and I've seen it level up too, really in the last couple of days. So. No, there is no competition for Justin because, now you're talking about the best in the world. You'd have to bring in somebody who's also in that, half a dozen best quarterbacks in the world. That's not possible. So, for him, he's got to be a competition for himself. He's competing against himself. Eventually competing against, those other 5 or 6 quarterbacks that are the best in the world. But you're just looking for competition, I mean, that's what, as I said, that's what makes you better. But when you are a competitor, then you want it, you seek it. If you can't find it, you search for it, and you search for the way to if you have to compete against yourself, to be the best you can possibly be. So that's the motivation. Seeking competition.
Speaking of competition, what do you like about further down the receiver depth chart, the competition that's happening there? Quentin, Brendan Rice, Simi, those guys.
Yeah, it's been good. I love this the mindset of you're seeing talented guys. Whatever position you're talking about. Right now we're talking about receiver. I see talented guys. Now you need to see talented guys go play, and play in the game, and then, yeah, who starts? Well, the best players. How do you know who the best players are? They play the best. Who do you keep on the team? The best players. How do you know who the best are? They play the best, and that's, competition at a. That's big time competition. So, yeah, and. Not only that position, but some of the others too. All the others. Yep.
Jim, the NCAA came out yesterday with the 4-year show cause penalty. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm the stopping the engagement there with commenting, but so my only continued hope is that one day college athletics will be about what's best for the young men and the young women who participate in them. That's really all I got to say about it.
Go back to the family real quick. You excited to see Jay on?
Yeah. Can't wait. Miss him. Miss Jay. Miss Jacob and Norma and Brittany. But very proud of Jay and what he's accomplishing, what he's accomplishing now. And I know there's going to be a real competition, a real test for our special teams unit. I know he's going to bring it. So it's really good for us. At the same time, he's, son Jay, that's going to be cool. This will be, we've been on opposite sidelines 2 or 3 other times, but it's all love.
Going back to Luis Perez for a second.
Yeah.
With him only being in camp a couple days, how much can he play, or how much is he up to speed on the playbook? I mean, I know things are going to be very basic, but
Yeah.
just how much can he go out there and handle?
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing about quarterback is we can give him the plays. Hey, learn these 6, learn these 10, learn these and he's pretty darn smart. So I mean, it was first day out there was, you know, he really had a handle on about 6 plays, and then it grew and doubled. So he's going to have a good amount that he'll be able to go out there and execute in the game if called upon. And he's good. He's really talented, and love the story about him. He was a bowler growing up. He didn't play high school football. Like a guy who goes out there and rolls 300 games, and really learned how to throw on YouTube, and then sent his tape out of him throwing, and then not too long after that, he's a Division II national champion, and you know he's been in the league so number of years, played in a lot of the spring leagues, played a lot of football, so he's come in and done what you'd expect. He's getting up to speed real fast.
Coach, you know, the first preseason game, you want to kind of see the guys play and see what type of production they can kind of give. But what are those little things that you're going to be looking out for guys to stand out for your team?
Oh, guys that, this guy's playing hard. Playing as hard as they can, as fast as they can, as long as they can, and not worrying, and just letting it rip. Having at it.